Warning. Broken simulation. Broken simulation. With Sam Tripoli.
Yo, welcome to Johnny Woodard Presents Broken Simulation starring Johnny Woodard. We are in it. Daddy's got baby AIDS.
Oh, boy.
Baby AIDS. Baby AIDS, dude.
So you're good for it, what, like 2 or 3 times a year, right?
Well, it's like a combination. It's like this is,
A combination of your regular AIDS that you always have.
my homegrown AIDS,
Yeah.
okay, and then this new baby AIDS, which comes up, and it's just when you're stressed and then you get a little sick, it's like a cocktail for destruction.
Like flying, if you have to have a long flight.
Oh,
or
it's the
something every
worst,
time.
dude. Or you don't get any sleep.
Yeah.
The worst.
So exosomes, dog.
So, yeah, exactly, Johnny, you piece of shit. Crazy day, crazy time in LA right now.
City's on fire again.
I'm
yeah.
just gonna. You can. By the way, it's the air is smoky. By the way, have you noticed it? It's like a weird kind of little like grayer tint to it,
I
and
did
it
that
is
sound.
weird energy, Johnny.
It is.
This
for
is
sure.
our hot topic.
Hot topic.
Okay,
Hot
it's weird, and you know me. I love
a little bit.
catastrophes in LA because you know what that equals?
Death.
No, great traffic. No traffic.
Oh.
You can get around anywhere you want. I got here. I always planned to be about an hour drive. Got here in 30 minutes because nobody's on the road. Nobody wants to drive. They don't know when these people are going to shut down. Some
the
highway,
freeway,
right?
Yeah. You don't want to get stuck on the freeway. Nobody's taking damn Waymo. I can tell you that shit.
Oh, dude, you see that? Someone commented, I wish I knew his name, but it was the funniest thing. And he goes, this is where Cybernet gets pissed. When we blow up those cars,
Yeah.
this is the genesis of their war against man.
Yeah, we're scanning
And, like-
all your faces right now, bitch.
And my favorite thing is how they're all lined up, like a nice presentation right there.
yeah.
They're just all lined up.
Yeah,
with
it's
a
like all the bricks and then all the Waymos lined up nicely for all
all the bricks
protesters.
and Waymos, bro. That sounds like a great country to live in. Bricks and Waymos. Anyways, so
Yeah, it does kind of sound like Turks and Caicos, where we're the #1 podcast.
are we still, dude?
I'm
we
sure
should
we are.
tour
We must
there
be.
and sell
We
out.
must be. I tour what? Tour like the 3 bars on the beach.
Yeah, we'll just
Right.
sell out a beach. Bang some Turks and
Yeah,
Caicos ass.
all this footage. So there's all this footage, and I don't think there are as many people on the streets as they show. But have you noticed?
Well, you
and
called it, Johnny. Didn't you say it when we had an Eddie Bravo episode just dropped? We got into it. But I think you said it. They're all media people.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, it's that you look around, and it's just a line of people all with cameras. There are more journalists there, or just as many journalists as there are protesters.
all
whatever.
these great shots. It's just so ridiculous, dude.
And then I
it's like
just don't
you
get it.
are. It's like, listen, dude. You on team people or team Fed? Always team people.
Always team
Always team people.
Yes.
Do I think it's right that they should be grabbing people at certain moments,
No.
ripping them from the Fed? I do not.
No.
Okay. Is this the first president to deport people? No.
No,
Not even close. He's not even putting close numbers to the guys before him.
he's just doing it with a little more.
It's just the difference
Political
between
pressure.
him and the rest of them is that the media's told you to hate him. And you just
Yes.
listen to these people. And there are people I love. I mean, I absolutely love them. I do not know if they love me back based on my political views, but that's okay. Daddy's at an age where it's like, I can love you and you don't have to love me back. I'm okay with that. Okay. But the things that these white progressives are saying on the internet, these white
dumb, yeah.
it's so dumb because, and listen, dude, I am always on team people, always. Even if I think they're being manipulated, right? I prefer the people. Now, we've had within the last, we'll say, 9 years, we've had some situations, right?
Yes.
So we'll go through BLM,
Yeah.
January 6th, COVID, LA riots. Now, if you study progressives, they flip-flop on all those all the time, right? So the BLM people were freedom fighters.
Yes.
The January 6th people are insurrectionists.
Yeah.
The COVID people are trying to keep people safe, right? And then now the LA rioters are just fighting for freedom.
They're like the new George Washingtons. Yeah, that's what they are. Even though they're
sorry, guys, baby AIDS. So, and it's all depends on where the government stands on that they decide who is right and wrong. Okay?
Yeah.
My whole thing is like, I can study all those and go, where's the hidden hand in it? That's my problem. They're all agent provocateurs. Now, all this shit's coming out, Johnny, about all these Craigslist ads. Have you seen this?
I have. Yeah.
Looking for someone to get rough. And it's very weird that a LA rioter advertisement and a BDSM gay man advertisement sound exactly alike. Looking for a rough guy, ain't afraid to fight, won't give up, take a punishment.
It is really, yeah.
Like, are you looking for an insurrectionist or a gay lover? I can't tell.
Here it is right here. Okay. Now, take it for what it's worth. Anybody can post the Craigslist, obviously. It could be satire, who knows. Looking for the toughest badasses in the city, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Seeking extremely tough, brave men for a new crew I'm building. Yeah. Compensation is $6,500 to $12,500 per week. We are forming a select team of the toughest dudes in the area. This unit will be activated only when the situation demands it. But you get paid every week, whether you're taking it up the ass or not.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
High pressure, high risk, no room for hesitation. We need individuals who do not break, panic, or fold under stress and are basically all around kick-ass dudes. Physical strength, speed, conditioning, it's all important, but mental toughness is everything. If you're not the biggest gay guy in the room, but you're the one people follow when things go bad, that's who we're looking for. And it just goes on like that forever. Bonus experience, military, etc.
Right? It's so crazy, right?
Yeah, it's insane. Well, and then you have, okay, here's to me that people are missing the point of what's happening. So Laura Loomer goes on Twitter and says the dumbest.
By the
if you
way,
don't know, she's a right-wing activist.
I got a ton of traction off that. It's almost 900,000 views.
So she goes on Twitter, right? And I'll try to find your tweet here. Yeah. Laura Loomer says, time to deploy Palantir to Los Angeles to deal with the illegals. You know you'd love to see it. You're lying if you say you wouldn't.
And then, I say, I go up.
Yeah, and Sam says, there's no coming back from this tweet, and you're absolutely right. And she says, I don't care. I'd say it again. I don't care if Palantir Tech surveils jihadis and illegals. I want them all out of my country. Do you really think we are going to mass deport 65 million people without advanced technology? Are you that naive? Remove every single one. And you responded, enjoy the free fall.
Yeah.
Now, here's how you know that everybody in the media, they're missing the point. Because if you type in Laura Loomer right now, these are the stories that come up. Well, nothing about that. It's all about her calling AOC chunky.
Yeah, and by the way,
all the stories are that. Isn't that crazy?
They find pictures of Laura Loomer in the same dress with a giant cummy tummy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
she called her a porky Puerto Rican is what she called her.
I don't mind it, dude. She's entering her thick Latina age.
Who cares?
Yeah, but I don't even think she's that fat. No, she's annoying.
You know her boobs have gotten bigger too. If she's getting
everyone keeps hoping she's pregnant for some reason.
No se vende. Puerto Rico no se vende, and New York is not for sale. This is the city.
New York is not for sale.
Dude, they want this bitch to run so bad.
She had no chance.
The only person that has a chance is Tulsi Gabbard, because you can. She
ain't a Democrat though.
You're fine with her voice. It's the only one. Yes, she has a phone sex voice,
great voice,
and you're like, yes. Anything else sounds like your wife grinding you.
But isn't that, nobody's focused on that except for Sam Tripoli, of course.
Yeah, there's the guys who they always get called the black pills. They've been on our show. They're the one calling it out. But Laura Loomer.
But none in the mainstream media reported on that.
I don't even hate Laura Loomer. I think she's a Zionist weirdo.
She's an idiot.
But sometimes she has some good points. But this is the end of it, dude. You can't come back from this. Laura, have you watched Terminator, The Matrix, Judge Dredd? What was the Harrison Ford one? Not Sling Blade.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. They told us this is happening. Yeah. Why are you calling for it?
It's so, dude, and it's just this issue. it's got people divided along exactly the wrong lines. The right wingers should be the ones that are most vociferously against this kind of surveillance. You know, the free speech people, Johnny, the anti-surveillance state people, they should all be against this, but because it's this immigration thing.
And then these idiots are like, what about your iPhone? I choose to be on it. That's my consent. Like, do you like getting a camera speeding ticket where you weren't speeding, but because of the angles, they got you rolling through a red light? Yeah. That's how I beat it. I had to fight it. I hit my fucking brake at the last second. Then he goes, don't tell anybody. I go, what do you mean, don't tell anybody? I just fucking beat you.
Wait, don't tell anybody what? What do you mean?
That I won.
This is Sam Tripoli's Traffic Court.
Who said don't tell anybody?
The guy that we were deliberating, like before I went in front of the judge, I had to go in front of somebody else, and he had to show me the video. And I go, bang, I just hit the brake right there. The video stops. You don't know if I go anywhere because it's just a money grab. So, like, Johnny, you could be on your iPhone.
What a scam. And he told you not to tell anybody.
Yeah, don't say anything to anybody. I go, dude, as soon as I leave, I'm talking to everybody. Okay? So
that, by the way, another instance of Sam Tripoli's Traffic Court.
This has been Sam Tripoli's Traffic Court.
So, anyways, I go on this.
Crazy.
So, like, Johnny, let's say you gotta get across the street quick, and there's no traffic, and you're way down from the crosswalk, and you just run across.
Yeah.
And there's a camera. Bang! You get a ticket.
Oh, it's coming.
Jaywalk. That's what we're not talking iPhones.
Yeah. Well, it's also, dude. I mean, Minority Report was so far ahead of its time, that Spielberg movie, because it didn't just show what that society's going to be like, but it showed how worn down people are of it, how used to it people were. Because remember those little spiders that they come in under your door, and there's two people in that movie having sex, and they just pause for a second so that thing can scan their eyes and move on. That's what it's coming to. They're normalizing it, dude. They've gotten us to ask people like Laura Loomer, who should be on the front lines against this shit, are asking for it.
She got her lady dick kicked in that tweet, just kicked in, dude.
And then you have
like the naivety, like she has literal balls telling me that I am naive when you think that this Orwellian technology is just going to be used on jihadists and illegals. Like, how? I mean, like, you're not that dumb.
Learn nothing from the Patriot Act.
Laura Loomer, you're not that dumb. You've gotten pretty far in your life. We know you're not that dumb. So you're either naive and you're too old for that. Okay? You're either dumb and you've gotten too far to be that, or you're lying.
What do you think?
She's lying. She knows exactly, like, dude,
really? Oh, so you think she's on the side of the big state, like surveillance state?
Because who's running it?
Yeah. Only for now, though.
Yeah, but that's not what they understand. Everybody hates fascism when it comes after their people. Everyone's fine with fascism, like she is when it's going after the jihadists and the illegals. Like, it's so naive. Like, dude, she's exactly like the people who are demanding everybody get the, and they're like, it's for the good of the whole. You're like, well, what happened to my body, my choice? I had a friend of mine who I loved. She goes, this is different. I go, no, it's not.
No, not at all.
And you know it. You just don't like it. So that's crazy, dude.
And you have now this weird dynamic between the state and municipal officials in California and LA. Karen Bass and Newcomb have kind of set up themselves against Donald Trump. And so you have Tom Homan, the border czar. I love that we have anything called a czar, by the way. I mean, why do we have that Russian term being used in our lexicon? Threatening to arrest, Newsom and Bass, et cetera. Hold on, I got to wait for this stupid ad to play. So Tom Homan goes on. I can't believe Jesse Waters is hosting a show on Fox now. But I mean, he does some funny stuff. But
where was he before?
He was like Bill O'Reilly's stooge on the streets. The man on the street stuff.
I mean, you work your way up.
Yeah, I know.
Probably got clapped by Diddy.
He just seems like a dick. I don't. Anyway,
anybody that shiny.
Tom Homan. This is him threatening essentially Karen Bass and Newsom with arrest, and then I'll play Newsom's response in a second.
We either have a border or we don't. We either have laws or we don't. We either have a country or we don't. It's time to choose a side. Border czar Tom Homan is here now. Mr. Homan, what happened over the weekend here?
Well, you said exactly right. I came in Wednesday to kick off an operation on Friday, and it was a criminal operation.
Sounds like
We
Jesse
served
Ventura.
criminal, search warrants
Please,
at
not
several
11.
places of businesses.
He does, doesn't he?
That were involved with money laundering, tax evasion, and customs fraud, bringing in over $86
Johnny, look
million
at all the
of
cameras. You're
unclaimed,
so fucking right.
imports, and
Millions
Everyone's
of
got
them.
skipping on
cameras.
$17 million of tariff taxes. And it's a part of a bigger investigation having to do with money flowing to Mexico
I'm not
and,
against
and
that.
Colombia
Idiots.
that fund the cartels, the drug cartels. So we were serving
Everybody on
arrest warrants.
TV
We were
right now is an
serving criminal search warrants. And that's when the protest started. And as you said earlier, outside this restaurant,
can't even
we
break
arrested
it.
40 illegal aliens working with these
I
businesses.
mean, what did Waymo do?
We
to
also
you guys?
arrested significant criminal public safety threats. You mentioned it. Several rapists, child sexual predators, people that committed.
Now that's the part I just don't understand. If you're out, because a lot of these people being deported right now, they're criminals.
Yeah.
If you're a criminal, you got to
It
go.
doesn't
If you're here
matter,
illegally, you got to go.
Johnny. To the progressive left
Yeah.
that are insulated from real world problems, it doesn't matter. I'm seeing people I love with all my heart, some of the funniest people I fucking know, getting mad at ICE and not get mad at Karen Bass, who in 1 year has torched this fucking town. Like, even if you don't think it's her fault, which it is, she has been instrumental in all that. Mike Benz just came out and said she's second command at a CIA cutout. And that guy's got a kill rate of 1,000%. So, but let's say you don't believe it is. It's happened on her watch. At what point do you go, we need a new coach?
Yeah, that's funny.
We need a new coach.
Totally. Yeah, it just keeps happening. Well, dude, and she's just so. Oh, she turns your stomach the way she talks about it too, in this kind of like
She's deliberate.
Yeah,
dude.
she's like a double speaker. You just can't trust. She's squirrely.
She's deliberate, dude.
She's squirrely.
And dude, this
People
Gavin's
committed,
new scum.
Yeah,
It's just a scumbag. He's trying to use this for political gain.
Well, he's going to talk about arrest potential
significant domestic
violence,
violence, and
get the news.
one was a penetration of a
like, what's
foreign
this guy
object
doing? Just
into
doing
a young
donuts
lady.
around
So we
the
took
Jaguar?
the men and women's rights.
Like,
in
it
those
is
2 days
insane
made
to me
LA much safer.
that
So the mayor
people
should have been thinking ice. The
are
governor should have
driving
been
around
making ice.
in
Instead of
America
that,
protesting the government with a foreign country's flag.
Yeah.
Now, I feel the same way when I see our politicians with Israeli flags.
Of
So
course.
it's not specific to Mexico.
No.
I love Mexico. I talked about last time. Mexicans are great.
Look at that. There's 10 Mexican flags, 1 American flag upside down out there.
And this is all collateral damage. This is all they want. Watch Edgar Griffin's capitalist conspiracy. You will understand everything happening right now. It's all programmed.
And I heard was one of our guests on Facebook say that they wonder if this is them cleaning out LA ahead of the Olympics, like just clearing the streets of all these people.
Dude, everything is a leading up to 15-minute cities.
Yeah. Look at all those police cars.
Either is the governor
Are they?
Newsom,
Yeah, but the question is, Johnny, like,
ask the attorney general to seek prosecution.
Sorry, this is him talking about. Okay, so he threatened Karen Bass and Newsom with arrests.
what? Well, I don't understand how no one's going, Karen, you got to go. Sorry, I like you, but
Has to
you've
happen.
been like an absolute train wreck as a mayor.
Well, if the fire didn't get her
What
out,
is the
dude?
good thing she's done?
Nothing. I
There's
mean,
nothing.
they're a little homelessness seems a little better.
No,
honestly.
dude, she's on her watch. These people been looting the homeless
But,
funds.
yeah. It's crazy. And now, so Newsom, he comes in, and here's his response to the threat that we didn't play because that guy talked too much. Here we go.
I mean, it's, again, sober and serious moment. Meanwhile, can I just add, and this is why I told the president, just get it over with. Arrest me. Move on. If you need some head to scalp, do it with me, but stop messing with these kids. Stop messing with 4-year-olds, kids in elementary school.
Oh, the guy who's making everyone get the machine, dude.
Yeah, what's
This
he
guy's a
talking about?
fucking liar.
He put kids out of school.
Listen, you really want to hurt? You really want to hurt Gavin Newsom? Go give his podcast a 1-star review. Go give him a 1-star review. Let's just bottom out that motherfucker.
He didn't let kids go to school.
You didn't let kids
for
go to school.
ages.
You don't allow parents to have say. For the people that are all about body autonomy, you don't apply that to children.
Yeah. They care a lot about the babies when they're inside of you, but once they're outside of you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hundreds
And both sides
of
are like
graduations down here. Kids are not going to their own graduations. Families, grandparents.
You didn't let us go.
What a hypocrite,
Dude, this guy lives in a bubble of stupid.
Crazy?
He's a bubble of stupid. And dude, have you
believe
seen
he
what
brought that
Antonio Brown's been talking about?
AB?
Yeah.
What?
That he laid pipe on his wife.
On Newsom's wife?
Yeah, and she squirts.
Oh, I gotta find that.
It's so great.
Hold on.
So great.
You have the craziest facts.
Status family in some cases. To go to a graduation.
Johnny,
People are
I can't go
scared to
much longer,
walk
dude.
down
I'm
the
sick,
streets.
guys.
It's not just Home Depots getting their car washed. We have incidences. I didn't believe it because what was I
Bro,
thinking?
stop.
Actually,
Stop him
I
talking.
love
We
it.
don't
You're
wanna
like,
hear
I
it.
can't go.
Stop.
He's so
Stop. Like, dude, you went into people's restaurants. You sent people in to shut down. Dude, mom and pop restaurants have closed down with you in charge. Generational businesses gone.
Wiped off the map.
Gone. Like, dude, you're crazy. You're such a flip-flopper. But the problem is you don't realize that we know it. And the only people you're getting are the people whose house is burnt down, so they don't even got a place to stay anymore.
So here's a story about Antonio Brown's from the Daily Mail. Ex-NFL star Antonio Brown has waded into the ongoing LA riots cause crisis by claiming he had an affair with the wife of California Governor Gavin Newsom. In his latest social media bombshell, Brown sent a message to Newsom simply claiming, "I had sex with your wife, Gavin. You are," that's how he spells you're there. Brown went on to reply to a series of messages he received in response, with one telling them should be taking care of his kids, to which he commented, "Thanks for the advice, dude." And then he also made some vulgar comments. This must be the
Squirting.
Yeah, the squirting that they're afraid to bring up here. Brown's social media outburst is just the latest controversy to surround the ex-Tampa Bay Buccaneers star. Anyway, that's hilarious.
That guy
so
piped
funny.
everybody. Do you ever see the video of him fucking punching the munchkin in Saudi Arabian pool?
Yes, yeah, we can't.
I
show
mean,
on
dude,
here,
that is a level of crazy.
but she's hot. Too.
Yeah, dude, she's a
An older lady.
squirter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. You're married to the devil, bro. You lose 50 points with me. You're negative.
Oh, really?
40.
But that doesn't to get his wife doesn't add anything for to it.
No. Antonio is a champion. He's the winner. You won the internet.
You wouldn't want to follow Antonio Brown either, dog.
Dude, with that giant anaconda?
No, bro.
My side just banging the sides like it's a waterlog game.
It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, dude. It's like it's
right. I'm just going up and down, slush, 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 slush.
He threw a baseball bat and a pencil sharpener. It's just not going to work.
Johnny,
anymore.
can we get into the interview?
Hey guys, technology was supposed to make our lives easier. So why does it now feel like we have less time than ever? As more and more gets packed into our days, we have less time to think about what we're packing into our bodies. Thankfully, there's Tempo, our new go-to unbroken simulation for fast and fresh meals. With Tempo, you can select from 20 plus mindful choices on their weekly menu, and all meals cook in just 3 minutes. Tempo is a weekly delivery service that offers chef-curated meals from a dietitian-approved menu fresh to your door. Tempo serves up fast, feel-good, single-serving meals crafted to cook in just 3 minutes, so you can eat well without sacrificing taste or convenience. That fasting is really important for me because I'm always eating on the go. This is fast food that's healthy. With new recipes each week made from real ingredients and nutrient-rich, they make it easy to keep up a healthy lifestyle. Tempo's perfectly portioned lunches and dinners take the guesswork out of eating well, are fully prepared, and can be heated in the microwave in just 3 minutes. Tempo offers a variety of meals for different dietary and taste preferences. I keep it low carb. They have other ones protein packed, calorie conscious, and fiber rich. For a limited time, Tempo is offering our listeners 60% off their first box. All you got to do is go to tempomeals.com/brokensim. That's tempomeals.com/brokensim for 60% off your first box. Tempomeals.com/brokensim. Rules and restrictions may apply. Guys, fellas, close your eyes and imagine what you're going to look like 6 months from now. How's your hair look? Is it the same? Now picture how your hair would look if you decided 6 months in the past, which is right now, to start using Hims. If you're picturing the same you 6 months later as before, but with much thicker and fuller hair, Back to the Future style, just starts filling in, you'd be correct. So make that decision now to 6 months from now, have thicker and fuller hair.
Hims provides you with convenient access to a range of hair loss treatments that work, all from the comfort of your couch. They also make treating hair loss simple. Hims has doctor-trusted options and clinically proven ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil that can regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. You just choose from personalized chewable, oral, spray, and serum treatments to find what works best for you. The process is simple, completely online, so you don't have to deal with uncomfortable doctor visits. You just answer a few questions and a medical provider will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your treatment is sent directly to you for free. You don't even need insurance. It's just one low price that covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. Hims has hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers, and they can help you get your confidence back with visibly thicker and fuller hair. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/brokensim. That's HIMS.com/brokensim, one word there, for your personalized hair loss treatment options. HIMS.com/brokensim. Results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Prescription products require online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
All right, so real quick, I'm really under the weather, but I didn't want to cancel him because he's one of my favorite comics. He came in, crushed it. The guy's putting up insane numbers of specials. He's got 3 in the can, dude. How crazy is that?
That's crazy, yeah.
All right, man. Enjoy this this interview with Ali Siddiq. All right, let's get into it. Very excited to have this guy on. Johnny got here a little late. He's probably going to get fired after the show.
We thought we were starting at 9. That's what I was told.
There's a bunch of illegals downtown, people looking for jobs. So it's okay.
I was told we were starting at 9 p.m.
But very excited to have you on, man. I've been watching you from from afar. Like, I just love comics. I love comedy, and I love watching people do comedy. And like, Johnny, you don't understand. This guy's got 12 specials. He's got 3 in the can. That's Doug Stanhope numbers.
3 in the can?
Yeah. Please welcome to the show, Ali Siddiq. How are you, buddy?
How you doing, man? I'm doing well.
Honored to have you on, dude. I've been watching you from afar. I love your style. I think storytelling is the highest form of stand-up comedy. Where, I just put out 2 crowd work specials because I can do it. But I really love, it's like I got the superpower. I find it somewhat annoying sometimes because I think it's taken over. But the real stuff is telling a story. And I kind of discovered that from Ari Shaffir. And the reason I bring up Ari is because I asked Ari who told the best stories on This Is Not Happening. And he said, you were the best. So I've always, after he told me that, I started watching you, and I think it's great. So for those who may not be familiar with you, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and where they can find you? Promote your special.
Yeah, you can go on alisiddiq.com and go down the rabbit hole, tour dates and new specials. My 2 Sons is out right now, but you can go back and watch, what's that, Domino Effect. The 4-part series of Domino Effect, and that's pretty much me.
That's a gorgeous website, dude. I always watch you. I'm like, that's gorgeous. It's a pretty ass website, dog. I love it, dude. I love it. I love everything you're doing. One of my favorite jokes of yours is your Father's Day joke, which is I think every dad relates to that. Because we're coming into Father's Day and nobody's talking about it. Of course, there's riots going on, but nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares. And the fact that Arbor Day is more celebrated than Dad's Day it's such a well-written joke, man. It's such a well-written joke.
That's crazy that it comes up every Father's Day.
Yeah.
Never thought I would have something that that I shot that 2014 or 13 or something of that nature. And it comes up every Father's Day.
It's a perfect joke. It's a perfect joke. Now, Johnny, who's going to be here, probably not after the show, but he's going to be, no, only kid. But he was telling me you have a great Patrick Ewing story.
Yeah, it's a part of the specials that I'm shooting in February, which is, I don't know why I keep forgetting the name of what I titled this special, but it's kind of like I'm doing a special based on all the people who I've gotten into. Oh, it's called Conflict. So
Oh, that's great.
That's a great name.
that, I've gotten into it over the years with, so Patrick Ewing is there. I told this story on Carmelo Anthony's podcast live in Brooklyn, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Patrick is favorite player. I've been a Knick fan before he got there, but I was definitely locked into the Knicks because of Patrick Ewing. He came from, Georgetown.
Yeah, dude.
So,
Hoya Paranoia, bro. I grew up in Syracuse area, and I love.
Oh, wait a minute. You grew up in Syracuse and you was with the Hoyas?
Oh, yeah, dude.
And y'all had Sherman Douglas, the floor general, Derek
Billy
Coleman.
Owens. That might have been a little bit after Ewing, but Ronnie Cycli, Derek Coleman.
And Derek Coleman was awesome.
Yeah, he was awesome.
And I'm like, as a player and a human being, like, he took care of like his whole neighborhood or something like that. It was dope, man. He was definitely dope.
My dad used to teach at a high school, and there's one girl there that was so gorgeous. She was just shouldn't be from upstate New York. She was like a Miami 10. And one day she comes up to me, she goes, "Guess what? I got you a Derek Coleman autograph." I'm like, "What'd you have to do to get it?" But there was a kid in my class. His name was Bosco Spivey, and Bosco was cousins with Derek Coleman. And this guy,
Really?
oh yeah, he could ball, and they wanted him to go play older, but he just wanted to hang out with his friends. And then he just disappeared from school. He's like, "I'm gonna go somewhere else."
He was only
There's
with the
no black
Hornets.
people here. It was just all white people.
Upstate New York,
Yeah.
Syracuse. I think Albany is the only show that I canceled on last year's tour because of not doing great numbers there. And
That's crazy.
I just didn't want to.
I'd have to cancel my whole entire tour. I mean,
I just didn't want to do, and so I did Syracuse, and then everybody from Albany that bought tickets, and after we canceled, they just came to Buffalo.
Oh, snaps!
Which was great because
Buffalo's a great city.
That's the home of Rick James.
Yeah, dude.
How can it not be a great city?
It's sneaky. It's sneaky good. There's
know
all this technology going on there too.
What's the crazy thing about Buffalo? When you go somewhere, you figure out or you find out about what they have going on. They do the largest Juneteenth celebration in the country. And I was like,
In Buffalo? Really?
in Buffalo? In Buffalo.
Damn.
It's like I know our Juneteenth in Houston is crazy, but Buffalo, I went while I was there.
How was it?
What? It was. I don't even know how many blocks it was.
Oh, really?
It was so many. It was so many. Man, it was insane. And I was like, "Yo, so y'all celebrate Juneteenth?" Like, he's like, "Man, this is the biggest event that we have." And then I'm out there in it, and I was like, "Yeah, this is bigger than Houston. This is definitely bigger than Houston."
I love Houston.
And it happened right in Houston. Like, it happened in Galveston. Like how are they beating us in Buffalo?
Yeah, that's very weird, right? That's very weird. What is the Black Christmas? What is that?
Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa? Do you do Kwanzaa?
Sometimes.
What is it?
When I remember, it's the African holiday. It's based upon family unity. Then you light candles, just like I think the Jewish holiday where they light candles.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty strong holiday. But I don't think it hasn't caught on. Yeah.
The only people who seem to celebrate it are like white people on MSNBC. That's the only people I've ever seen.
It's like, I gotta remember because I don't celebrate Christmas, but I just don't know.
You don't celebrate Christmas?
No.
Why?
I don't believe. First of all, I didn't believe in lying to my kids.
Yeah.
Yo, man, I worked very hard to get gifts for y'all. Some fat white guys breaking in our house, putting down gifts just ain't really what I want to teach them.
Yeah.
I don't believe in any of the tooth fairy. My kids know that I'm the tooth fairy. We have a whole situation that I've set up with them they teeth come out. The rules are you can hide the tooth anywhere in your bed, and I have to find it. But I can't wake you up if I'm trying to get the tooth. So if you wake up, then I got to give you double the money that I was going to, pay you.
Oh, really?
Oh man, and my kids go to the extreme. And one of my oldest daughter, I remember looking for her tooth, and then I looked, and she had on socks. I was like, she don't go to bed in socks. So I pulled her sock off, and the tooth was in her sock.
Oh, wow.
And I put the $10 in her sock. I took the tooth, put the $10 in her sock, and she woke up with $10 in the sock. She was like, man, I thought I was going to get $20. I thought she was gonna get, no.
How old is she?
She's 26 now.
So you got 31-year-old or 32-year-old?
31.
And you got 26?
26.
And you have a 5-year-old?
14.
14.
12.
12.
11. 9.
Oh, that's great,
7.
dude. That's great.
4.
You only doing odds?
Yeah, the 4 is a crazy person.
Why?
She's just crazy. Ania is insane. Like I bought a Bentley because of Ania.
Really?
She's very high class. Damn. I was getting my my Escalade serviced, and when they was doing that, so that was gonna take a while. So we just walked over to the dealership next to the Cadillac dealership, and she saw this Bottega, and she was like, "That's nice." And so I got the keys to look at it, and she sat in the back and clicked her seatbelt in, and looked at me and said, "I'll take it." And like, you can't even drive, so I bought it.
Damn.
And that's what she likes to get dropped off at school in.
Now, when she turns 16, does she get to drive that?
Yeah, she can have it.
Damn, tough, dude. That's great.
When she's 16, I'll be what, 70? I'm not. She can have it.
Yeah, dude. What are you gonna do with it? Yeah, I got ran off the road yesterday by a 16-year-old in a Lamborghini.
Wow.
I'm like, man, your parents are doing well. They gave you that car to drive.
Man.
That's unbelievable. Not even paying attention to the road.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, my 14-year-old son, I don't think he's going to get a Lambo.
Well, you gonna get him?
I may get him a Subaru. They get a Saturn.
Get him a lesbian car.
Pontiac Sunfire. I can find
respect.
One. Yeah.
Now she's a little, you said the one is a little, what was the word you described her? A little crazy? Is that what it is?
She's a mad girl.
She's a mad girl. I'm kind of now trying to come to that nice space where it's like you talk about your kids and you're kind of real about them, but you don't want them to see it and then be like, oh, you hate me or you don't respect me. Do you ever worry about that?
Nah.
You're just like, I call it like I see it?
I call it like I see it. Like, my kids know. It's like, yo, because I'm saying the things to them before I even do it on stage. I'm like, yo, you a psychopath. And at some point, they know I'm going to say this. You know, Hassan is he's a bougie kid. Like, I posted something on Instagram on him today. I said, this is my favorite person to go eat with. And he's eating charbroiled oysters, and he's 14. This is
life.
I knew he was different when we was at a restaurant, and he made me feel like I wasn't the adult. And we was at this restaurant called Papados, and he stopped the waitress and was like, pardon me, how is this grilled octopus? And I was like, grilled octopus? Yeah, he had just got back from Spain with my mom. And he was like, yo, no, it's you ought to taste it. It's wonderful. And I was like, no, I'm good. And I was like, ma'am, can I have some calamari fried hard?
That's got to feel good, though.
Yeah, definitely. He has a strong palate.
Do you find, I like something that I've done is like try to not stop the generational trauma of like shit you went through? Did you try to do any of that?
I don't think I had to try. They're not growing up like I did, and I don't want them to. Like, man, look, listen, you have a very supportive father. You can do anything you want to do. So how my kids operate, hey man, play whatever sport you feel. But you're gonna learn different languages. You're gonna be fluent in different languages. They homeschooled, so they have a different educational balance than I did, and they don't have a lot of distractions, And I'm trying to be very present, even though I'm on the road. So
every week
I'm on the road, So I'm taking off in July.
That's a good time to take off.
Yeah.
I took off May. If I could do it again, I'd do probably June and July because it's just everyone's outside.
Yeah, I think that next year I'm gonna do July and August. So, because when I come back from July, I go into the clubs for the next month. Because a theater and the clubs are two different monsters.
Two different monsters.
And I don't want to be raggedy in the theater. I can be raggedy in the club. I got six tries at it. So.
Oh, so you're gonna film in a club?
No, I'm a film in the theater, but I had to get my stuff back together, my timing back together once I come back from. Because when I shut down, I'm not like other comics. I'm not thinking about comedy for the month that I'm off. Like I don't want to do no podcasts. I don't want to do no interviews. I don't want to talk about comedy. I'm just over it for July. I just want to spend time with my family and just don't think about anything because I'm already going to be going through this weird withdrawal of thinking that I have to be somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's the first week and a half. It's I don't have a show.
Yeah.
And I didn't got dressed before. Like literally.
Get ready for a stage.
I'm off and I'm in there showering and taking my 3:00 nap. I take a nap right before at 3:00 every show day. 3:00 I'm going to bed. And I just want to be off and not think about it.
Do you ever think you're going to run out of stories? Or are you constantly living new stories?
Constantly living new stories.
Yeah, that's me too.
So I don't think I can run out of
Do you have to go out and experience shit or does it come to you?
Things happen.
Yeah.
I just shot a special called The Dog. And it's about the relationship between me and this dog that I did not want. That I have a cane corso. So I was definitely opposed to him. Definitely opposed. I did not want him. And he ended up being my dog. He's actually my dog. He's not the family's dog anymore. He's my dog. And we have a great relationship. And I just did an hour 20 about the relationship. So I'm still.
Man, that is awesome. That's unbelievable. Because I remember I was in Austin right after you played The Creek in the Cave, and everybody was buzzing because you did 4 shows, and they were all completely different shows.
Yeah.
And like now looking at your proliferation of your material, I go, that's incredible.
Man, I liked The Creek in the Cave. I had a good time. And it was weird because I was outside.
Yeah, it's a weird outside kind of no roof, but a nice stage.
Yeah, but that was during the pandemic. Now they didn't went inside after I'm gone. Cause I went maybe earlier this year just to stop in. I was in Austin. I was playing a theater there, so I said, let me go by The Creek in the Cave the day before, and they was all inside. A guy named Adam from Tennessee that was playing there, and I love that club. Zany's in Nashville. And
that's a nice club.
Yeah.
Nashville's a nice town.
It is. I rank them, third in beautiful white girls.
Yeah. What's the number 1?
Yeah, we got to hear that.
Oh, man.
San Diego?
Austin.
Austin's nice. Austin's got this, like, that 6th Street is like all that humanity is possible, from young white girls who have the world by the balls to like sci-fi homeless people that look like they just escaped a pod, and you're like, dude, where are you from, John Connor? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
they got a serial killer now.
What?
Austin has a serial killer.
What are you doing?
38 bodies.
They don't acknowledge it.
They don't acknowledge it, but yeah, 38 bodies found near a body of water. Why they say they drowned, but there's no water in
It's
them.
all young dudes. Yeah.
Oh,
I've aged out. I love it.
No, I think I've heard that. I think they think that's a woman.
That's killing people?
Yeah.
Well, it's called the smiley face killer. That's what they call him.
Because it's on a lot of them are ending up like on this track or something by this water.
Yeah, by the
lake.
river.
Yeah. They think that's a woman.
Really?
Yeah. And just think it's young guys, all guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be I'm not accepting no cookies in Austin.
Not at all, dude. I'm sober. I don't even deal with that shit.
Hey, do you want to have a good time? No, I'm good. I'm good on good times.
So you had that Sterling, Shannon Sharp thing, and all black Twitters calling white women snow bunnies, and they're dangerous. They're like, watch out for snow. I'm like, and white guys are like, yeah, no shit, dude. That's why we're all demoralized living with our mothers and jerking off to Japanese anime, is because we're getting fucking wrecked by these white devils, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy, dude. Dude, we've been getting demoralized. So this Patrick Ewing story I have to hear, he's my favorite. Like, he's affected by stand-up. Like, my stand-up. Like, I used to love watching the Georgetown Hoyas go into the arena and get booed. I used to love that. And then they just ripped their hearts out. And, like, I remember I was growing up in upstate New York, and all I wanted to do is be the first white player to play for John Thompson. You can ask my best friend in college. He goes, dude, all you want to do is play for Georgetown. And I was getting cut from all my teams, and I was like, it's still going to happen, right? That's all I wanted to do. The reason I became a Knicks fan at first, they're my second team now, but I was a big Knicks fan, because they got Patrick Ewing with that really weird draft, which was the first draft they'd had, right? So they got with the cold envelope, and I just loved Patrick Ewing. I loved the Knicks. And then when they treat him like shit and they got rid of him, I had moved to LA at that point, and the only thing I could afford were Clipper tickets, and they were like $10 at the Staples Center. And we would go to watch the game. It was so empty, dude. I told the story before, but it was so empty in the Staples Center that I was just riding Sean Bradley, just riding him. I'm like, you're garbage, dog. You're garbage.
He was all right.
He got up and he's like, what? What did I do? I go, I didn't think you could hear me, dude. I'm sorry, bro.
That's so sad.
So
that's crazy. I don't think I've ever yelled at a game, and I hated James Harden. Like, I hated his game.
Why, he played for Houston?
Yeah, I hated his game. Like, yo, play some freaking defense, man. Just shooting long jumps. He was doing good, but, man, play defense.
Yeah.
We could have beat Golden State. I had season tickets. He's the reason I got rid of my season tickets. Chris Paul was out there doing his thing. He was holding everybody. Then he gets injured. How he get injured? Because he's playing all the damn defense. And he looked at James. He's like, just give me one. I'm leaving one game for you. And, man, James Harden could not. He just wasn't a defensive threat. You could shoot three-pointers, but
and the defense in the playoff gets different. It gets more physical, and he's just used to doing floaters. He comes in, he floats it up. Can't do that in the. I mean, this whole playoffs has been like they're bitching about how
never
physical.
been fit either. That dude's never been really fit. Like,
It's just a different game.
His whole career, he's always been a little chub on.
Yeah, he's a thick guy, dog.
Yeah, always.
So what? Can I hear the Patrick Ewing story? Because I love him so much.
That's funny. He's not fit.
He's not, dude. He never has been.
Dude, how about when he went from? Where'd he go from? Houston,
Oklahoma, okay,
where he was
Houston.
like.
It didn't hurt
fat,
Doncic.
bro.
Doncic is out
and
of
then
shape,
he
too.
shows up at Philadelphia and he's slim again.
Yeah, I would hate that. See if I was.
Vitra. What
Ozempic.
Ozempic.
He was getting that when that was like kind of like you know.
You had to know somebody.
Yeah, you had to have some
hook up,
pull
yeah.
to get those Ozempic.
The Ozempic hookup, dog.
So Patrick Ewing,
Luca's on Ozempic.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Have you seen this guy?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, yeah.
He was like dad bod fat in the Lakers, and now they show him in Europe, and he's slim, dude, and he went like this.
they need to get that for Zion.
Damn, don't they? They need to get more than. They need to change his brain out. That dude is just.
So he gets hit with a $50 million lawsuit from a chick saying that he SA'd her, right? And then it turns out it's that crazy ass porn star.
Yeah.
They got a tattoo on her forehead.
On her forehead, yeah.
Man, you got to watch, dude. You got to watch who you hook up with.
I hate to say this, but my friend called me a hater when I do it. Marcus D. Wiley calls me a huge hater. He said I hate everybody that everybody likes. I thought Blake Griffin was terrible. I'm like, yo, all he do is dunk. He don't really have no game. I don't give a damn he jumped over a Kia. He's terrible. And I was so mad they gave him Rookie of the Year in his second year.
Yeah,
he's not
over John Wall.
He's not a rookie. He okay, if you got hurt the year you got drafted, then you just got hurt. That's a part of the game.
Yeah.
That don't make you a rookie. Okay, cool. Then Zion comes out. And I'm like, yo, man, he's not going to be good. Man, he was
saying that for a long time.
Yeah.
He's going to be. I'm like, no, he's not. Like, anybody who just dunks, you're not going to be good. The last good player that just dunked was Darryl Dawkins.
Yeah.
They were just talking about, that series on the radio. And like Magic Johnson solidified being one of the best ever his rookie season.
For sure.
When he goes plays center and goes for 45.
Crazy, dude.
Crazy.
And 15, dude.
Unreal.
Crazy
That's
town.
crazy town.
And he won his first year out of college.
Yeah.
Kareem, they don't realize Kareem met him on the plane.
Yeah.
Cowboy hat on a blue jean shirt.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we did it, baby.
Yeah,
But with Patrick, right? Huge Patrick Ewing fan. I had the part down the middle of my head. I bought all the shoes. I had the original shoes. And then I had, when he left Adidas, he had these space boots that had
I
33
remember
in the
those.
back. I had 3-4 pair of them. So I'm in this luggage store in the Galleria Mall in Houston. And Patrick Ewing's in there. And I was like, that's Patrick Ewing. I'm finna ask for a picture. Because I fucking love Patrick Ewing. So I go over, said, Mr. Ewing, can I get a picture? And he looks at me like, man, get away from me.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, wow, this big ass Jamaican just told me, get away from him. With his face. And then I walk out and something in me say, nah, I can't hold it. And I came back in. Fuck you, Patrick. And I'm going in on Patrick Ewing. He looking at me like, what is wrong with this little man? And then the guy from the luggage store calls security. And security comes and they know me.
That is so hilarious.
And the security guard's looking at me like, Ali,
please
cut the shit. I'm not finna lose my fucking job. Fuck with you. Cause they know I can fight. And I'm like, yo, bruh, don't put your, and my man is like, Lee, come on, man. He don't want to take a picture with your little ass. And
that is crazy.
I was so pissed at Patrick. I apologize, Patrick. I was tripping.
I love him, but that makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because I had heard that, he got in trouble when he says, yeah, we make a lot of money, but we spend a lot of money too. You're like, oh, come on, man.
And he was the cheapest one in the NBA when you find it out. You like, Patrick didn't spend no money on nothing. But I got into it with Alex Trebek. I'm not going to tell that story here.
What?
But I have a list of people.
Alex Trebek.
Like it was every time I say Alex Trebek, we were like, man, what the fuck Alex doing? Like it's the same.
Is that in the special too?
That's in the special.
Conflict, you said?
Conflict.
What is the common thing with all the conflicts? Is it they disrespect you? You feel disrespected?
Because Sam's got to think about respect too. Like he's big on like if you even a shadow of like a slight, if he feels like you've dissed him a little, he like
I put you on a Kill Bill list, dog.
Yeah, I'm like that because I'm under the Chubb Rock rule, man. Chubb Rock rule is like, yo, man, take time to greet your fans, And with me, fans know, or people who like what I do, just don't approach me when I'm with my kids. And that's a safety thing. I don't want my kids to think that I know you. You know what I'm saying? Because they would acknowledge you if they think that I know you. So I don't know you. This is one guy who always see me with my family in Houston, and he finds the need to come and speak. Like, yo, man, get the fuck away from me. and I didn't like you when I wasn't around my kids. Like, this is the person that I know. Why are you trying to get me to acknowledge you? I'm not impressed with nothing that you're doing. Like, I don't give a damn what kind of car you have. I don't give a damn what you got going on. I don't give a damn who you kick it with. I'm not fond of you as a person. You're a full of shit dude to me. Damn. So when I'm with my family, he always finds, hey man, what's up, Lee? I'm like, man, go on, bruh. Like, when I'm by myself and I see you, do I ever
come up to
speak
say
you?
hi?
Is he a comic? Where do you keep seeing
No, he's just unself-aware. Is that what it is?
Man,
like,
I don't know
I got
what his
motherfuckers
deal
in my
is.
life like that. They're just unself-aware, and they always make you be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Always.
I feel like Vernell Hill on Martin when Martin came to him to kick it, and he's like, rerun. How many times you been invited to my house? He said, thousands of times. How many times have you been to my house? He said, never. He said, and what would happen if you came to my house? We was like, I'm gonna get sprayed. This is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't kick it with you. I don't ride with you, dude. I'm not a fan of yours.
So, I don't want to keep you much longer, dude. You've been going all day, and this has been great. So, I saw a clip of you, and I forget what the show was on. Well, I think it might have been Shannon Sharp's show, and you were talking about Tupac. Was that the show? Do you remember?
Yeah.
And we're kind of going through this thing right now where, like, I'm almost assuming if you're on television or in the movies, P. Diddy clapped your cheeks. That's where I'm at right now. We're like, even if you're in a commercial, dude, I'm like, that dude got fucked by P. Diddy. That's how he got that fuck shit, right? So you were talking about, like, you knew him before he was Tupac.
I just met him. I knew Money B from Digital Underground, and
They were so good.
We were at this rap convention in Houston at the Hyatt Regency, and they in the elevator. I'm about to get on the elevator, and they're like, "Yo, this is my people," blah, 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 and this pie. And I remember him being a decent guy. He wasn't thugging it out at the time. He was with Digital Underground. He was, background dancer. Had a verse. But people act like he didn't do the album Brenda Had a Baby that didn't have no thug life, nothing on it. And I keep explaining to people, why would I think that he was a thug dude when I'm in the streets at the time? Like, I'm a street dude, and I wasn't on one, but I'm there with other people because I have funded some things, and I'm just at the convention. Also at that convention, I remember the escalator being broke, right? And I'm walking to the escalator and it's broke. But sitting on the on the escalator steps was Dana Dane. And I was like, yo, Cinderfella? And he's like, yo, what's up? We end up talking. I've kicked it with a bunch of people because I was in the space. But I didn't understand why people took this like they was mad. Don't ever say nothing about Tupac. I'm like, so Tupac wasn't a dancer for Digital Underground? He wasn't?
I mean, you seen that interview of him in like high school, right?
Yeah, like he went to Juilliard.
Yeah.
I went to prison in 1991. 4 days after I turned 19. What you think I went for? You think I wasn't in the streets? I've been in the streets since I was 14. I didn't like this whole everybody, like if you got caught selling drugs in 2000 or 99, like you're a fucking stooge. Cause like what, it was damn near over. I started selling dope, which I'm not proud of, in 88. crack had just came on the scene heavy in 85, 86. So I'm the thug years would have been from 87 to about 96. If you're a younger guy. And then, we know the era of the powder cocaine. Then we know heroin. That's before my time. But I came home in 1997. Why would you still be selling drugs? I'm like, people were like, they had real estate scams at that time. Like it was, they had moved on. People was like, you still selling crack?
So what is your thoughts on that? Like, there's been this kind of big movement. So I tell the story, but I was at the mothership. And I went there with Rogan just to his show. He brought me there. And it was Andrew Schultz was headlining the big room. Have you played the comedy, the mothership yet? Yeah, it's a nice room, right?
A couple times.
So we go in the back, and he goes, "Hey, dude, why do you think they're coming out with this Obama stuff?" So my thing is demoralization. But what is your thoughts about like all this shit in hip hop where it's like so many of them seem to be down low and what do you think that's about? Do you think that is about control and why we're seeing this big P. Diddy thing and like everybody testifying? It's like every winner from the 2005 BET Awards seems to be up there on this. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
The weird thing is I'm not even following the Diddy trial. I made one comment about something that I heard and all of a sudden people got mad at me because I said something about Cassidy. Was she not a willing participant? I was on Gary Owens' podcast, right? And I'm not saying him beating her up was good because it's not. And I'm not saying that Diddy did everything right. And I'm not in his corner. I'm not against her. At some point, you don't find no courage to leave, and then but you was already leaving freely and you have money. You have money that you made as your own money. I know women who have been in terrible situations with no money and they managed to get away. They managed to say, something, enough is enough. But I wasn't defending him and I wasn't downing her. I was just saying, first of all, I was joking, but I wasn't doing either one. So I don't really follow Diddy, but when I hear something like, in my mind, I wish you would spit somebody else's nut on my nipples. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be such a problem. I don't even think I'm man enough to do like a threesome. Like I've never done like.
It's gotta be weird. He's gotta stay on his side.
Yeah, I can't be. I don't want you in there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'm getting the full experience with you being in there. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And like, man, Diddy, it's a weird thing, and so I don't really know who's testifying. I just keep hearing bits and pieces. The Punisher, like.
That is crazy. That's your name.
That and then I said about on another podcast on Shannon's that it would be such a problem with me if he asked me, "Hey, everybody, bring the equipment in the bathroom." While why would I be bringing the equipment in the bathroom? Like, what are you? Okay, what you in there doing? Is it better acoustics in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
What will we be doing in the bathroom? The band is in the bathroom.
That's where the director's seat is and all the monitors. Right.
Like
camera one, camera two, camera one.
And you in the shower, and I got a banjo in my hand, like making it be like, what the hell is going on? So I don't really know who's testifying against him. Who said something like that I would know. Because I don't know the Punisher.
The one guy, I forgot what the name of the rapper was, that he said that P. Diddy firebombed his car.
Really?
And then
I didn't hear
fucked up his dog and opened up all of his Christmas gifts.
What?
That was literally what he did, dude.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's some John Wick shit right
Fucked up
there.
his dog?
You fuck
Like,
up somebody's
damn, dude.
dog, dude?
That ain't right.
I'm John Wick, motherfucker.
And opened up all his Christmas gifts. I'm spoiling Christmas for you because having your gifts out.
Yeah.
And leaving them. Like, yeah. Oh, I didn't know I had a Monty sweater.
Yeah. Shows up. And then they have a meeting like 2 weeks later.
About what?
Just about the situation.
By him opening up all these Christmas?
Yeah, and he's like, what are we going to do about my car? And he goes, I don't know. What happened to your car? And he just walks off.
What? So he's just like pranking people?
He's
strange,
he's just cold-blooded.
Yo, man, I think Diddy, nobody whooped Diddy's ass. Because, he wasn't like that in Houston. I've been to 2 Diddy parties at a club. Everybody left at 2. It was a good party. And this is when he Rap a Lot would play Bad Boy in a basketball game. I don't think he's ever did any of that in Houston because somebody in Houston would have whooped his ass. Like we different in the H, man, and we different in Texas.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there, dude.
We like the fight, so and losing a fight ain't shit to us. Like, okay, y'all lost, and I bet you don't want to fight again. Like, you've been to Austin.
Yeah,
6th Street is a melee of drunken people fighting after they've had a good time, and then hugging after the fight and going to get tattooed together.
I love Texas,
man. I just don't. I don't know what Diddy got going on, but I think he's going to probably get off.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, it could be something like that. I don't know if they proved anything.
It says that was Kid Cudi who got his...
Oh, yeah, Kid Cudi.
Yeah, who got his car firebombed.
And his Christmas gifts open.
And I think Diddy can do that to people that he know is really not that tough.
But what does he get? Okay, he gets off. Where do you go after that? Who do you call? You want to hang out? What do you want to do?
Oh, he's definitely going to get out. Listen, this is what's going to happen, okay? They gonna try because I've never known nobody to be in a RICO case by themselves. Say if he gets some time, Donald Trump is going to pardon him.
You think so, really?
He just
50 Cent says he's gonna lobby against that.
What type of power does 50 have against? They just let Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover's coming home.
Yeah, dude.
You know, what's the brother name? Young boy. Why?
Oh yeah.
He just pardoned him as well.
Oh damn!
Like he just pardoned. Trump is just sitting home. You know, how do I get street cred?
Yeah.
Hey man, C Murder's next.
Yeah. We're officially now C Murder's been pardoned.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Do you understand? No Limit is gonna lose it if C Money come home. New album, C Money is
I mean, when they come out of the prison, they got to have like 1,000 songs. What else you got to do?
You got to.
You got to just sit down. How many? Were you doing stand up before you went in, or was it after?
No, I did stand up when I came home.
And that was one of your goals?
Yeah, that was the goal.
You're like, I'm going to do stand-up. I'm going to write all these stories.
That was the plan.
I love that.
It was crazy.
And I love that you come up with a theme. Like, I love that. Like, I'll try to come up with, okay, what is this hour going to be about? What is this hour? And I love that. I mean, the talk about your dog for an hour is amazing, dude. I can't wait to watch that. So my final question, because I don't want to keep you all night. Who's your favorite comic of all time? And did they have any influence on you?
I don't think I have a favorite of all time. There's so many comics that I really have a lot of admiration for. So you have Don Rickles, you have Dick Gregory, you have Rodney Dangerfield, and then I liked everybody for different reasons. and I like Chappelle before everybody else liked him. And I don't know, Carol Burnett. It's a lot of...
Joan Rivers was a savage.
Joan Rivers was definitely a savage. And, yeah, I don't think I have one person, but if I had to pick, if I just really had to just narrow it down, it would probably be Cosby.
He was a great storyteller, dude.
Yeah.
He was a great storyteller. Yeah, man. He's out now. Maybe you can go do a show
without Donald Trump's pardon.
Yeah.
All right, one more time. Tell them where they can find you.
alisiddiq.com, or you can go on YouTube, Ali Siddiq Comedy. That's where I'm at. You know, the website is got all the information on it. Go see a new special, Father's Day. I'm definitely dropping. Go make sure you go watch My Two Sons, and go back down the rabbit hole of Domino Effect 1 through 4. You know.
Well, you're a crusher, dude. It's an honor to have you on the show, and thanks for coming on, dude. I appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, dude. Great interview.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Cool guy.
We've been doing a lot of interviews lately, which isn't necessarily the show, but it's fun when we can get some good people in here.
It's nice to break it up every now and then.
So, real quick, what's his name for 90 Day Fiance?
Sarper, yeah.
Sarper did great on the.
He did, dude. He did.
He did great. But the funny thing is, I had a guy call me up. So I paid him. I paid him a full comics cash for Comedy Chaos because I thought a lot of people came to see him. And I don't know if I wrecked him and I made him think that's what normally happens.
Oh, really?
Because another guy hit me up. He's like, dude, he's asking me for all this money. I go, okay, how much? He goes, 300. I go, okay, I ruined that guy.
Oh, no.
If you're listening, Sarper, I wouldn't do that. I would just take anything I get and just get reps in because you're
funny.
good. People love you. And like the best way to keep this train rolling, brother, is to do stand up and constantly be out there.
Was that the guy from the Ice House?
No, another guy.
Because he just did the Ice House.
Yeah,
like,
but
right
I doubt
after
he's
Whitney.
getting that there.
No.
There's no way
It's not big enough.
unless the promoter did it.
That's so
But
crazy.
the minute you're on the Sam Tripoli show, bang, you're off.
Yeah, it's everywhere now.
All these open micers call me what's it called? A gatekeeper?
Do they really?
Yeah, because
That's
it's just super negative, right? It's just and it's like I am a conduit.
Gatekeeper, so stupid.
I'm a conduit.
Yeah.
I see energy on people. I know what they need to do, and I bang, do this.
I love that. Well, he took, Danielle said, because she listened to the interview, she was really into it. She said that if you notice, he took every piece of advice you gave him in that interview, like to heart, and did it on stage.
Well, it's great. It's great. He did great.
He had his shirt, like he wasn't showing all his chest off anymore, and he hasn't since. You told him that?
And I was gonna put him late, and I go, no, dude, he's too good of a guy. So I put him up.
It worked
first.
perfectly where you put
Yeah,
him. Yeah.
And he
It was
got
all
it going, and then I think Bobby Lee followed him after. No, it was
perfect.
Joshua Wolf,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
That was a long night.
Yeah, it seemed like what's the guy's name who does crowd work? He seems like he didn't like him too much, but it was.
I think
Amir
Amir.
K, yeah.
What happened with Amir is that Bobby wanted to go up, and I'm gonna say this right now: Amir K is the funniest guy in LA. He's the funniest guy. The guy carrying the comedy.
He seemed pissed off though to me. I don't know. Maybe
I
that's
don't
just
think
his
he
act.
probably wanted to go up and probably got upset.
Oh, really?
That Bobby wanted to go next.
Okay.
But
Because he was on the sound system, and I mean he was just he was on it.
dude, that guy is so fucking fat. Okay, going back to what I wanted to talk to you about. I finally watched that Pee Wee Herman special.
Oh, I haven't seen
doc.
it yet. Yeah.
Oh, I
T-Bo
thought
was
you
telling
said
me.
you saw it.
No, that was Jason. He was telling me about it. I haven't seen it.
Okay, so you don't want me to talk
Well,
about it?
can I just ask you a couple? Can you talk about? Well, okay, I'll just say it this
Johnny,
way.
I
noticed Sarper went like pretty long.
Sarper ran the light.
Yeah, like pretty well past the. I just thought that was funny. Like, did he? Do you think he just didn't know or what?
Yeah.
He's just like.
I think he thinks his 8 minutes.
Yeah.
His 12, 15 minutes is really, he thinks it's 8 minutes.
Which 8 minutes is a lot just for for that slot anyway, right? So
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, when he walked out, they went crazy. I'm not
it was a lot of
stupid.
girls, you could tell. Yeah.
A lot of hot women. Watch.
His wife was beautiful too.
Gorgeous.
Damn, beautiful.
Just another level of human being.
He posted after on Instagram this
Oh, Johnny, can I send you this?
Yeah. He posted this like review that he got from the Comedy Store website or something, talking about or on Reddit or something at the Comedy Store show about how great he was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he seemed pretty proud of it. He posted a picture of him on the Comedy Store lineup, And he
Let me know if you get it, Johnny.
they misspelled Lucas Hurl's name, I noticed on the lineup. That was poor Lucas.
I love Lucas. He's a great writer, and I just sent it to you. So
Text it.
yes, it's from my other phone. So my
Oh yes. You almost forgot about this. Okay.
my aunt texted me, "Oh my God, you got Sarper on the show." I was like, "Yeah." Well, apparently my mother loves it too, and I wish I would have known that because I would have made a video for her. But after what he said to my aunt, I'm kind of happy I didn't make a video for my mother. Right? You don't want to hear about a Turk wanting to go in and
hold on. Let me
wreck your
just play it.
mom.
Let me play it, dude. Hold on. I got to get it over to the computer. But yeah, well, it's kind of his persona on the show.
100%. He turns it on.
Yeah, that's his thing on the show too. It's like he has a reputation as a ladies' man, let's say.
Dude, people get giddy when he walks around.
Yeah,
He's that kind of handsome.
Yeah, you wouldn't take him for 47 either.
Well, you know what's very interesting too is because you always have these comics that are like, "Oh, dude, he's so good looking," and you go, "He's good looking for a comic."
Yes. Yeah.
They're not good looking for a good looking guy.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is to my Aunt Vicky.
Hello, Aunt Vicky. Who is this? This is Harper. Oh my God! Can you imagine that? Once upon a time, a bad boy turned into a good boy, and look. Oh my God! Take care of yourself. I hope year 2025 brings you happiness, joy, love, peace, sex.
You wish my aunt sex.
I'm sending you my best wishes and blessings to your beautiful family.
I think she's like 70.
Oh my God!
You wanted to fucking crush it.
It's so funny, dude. You can tell he's been doing a lot of cameos, bro.
Oh, for sure, dude.
You know, I got him to do a cameo way back when for Jeff and Tebow on like one of their birthdays or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he was talking about, oh, guys, you've been talking shit about me. And I can't remember what he said, but it was, they loved it.
I wanted to get into this whole thing about that doc.
You want me to watch it this week and then we'll talk about it next week?
All right.
Let me write it down. Hold on.
Johnny,
let me just rip through the news real quick.
I am tired.
I'll rip through the news.
I'm sick, guys. You guys can hate me because I got to go, but I'm
hate me because you ain't me. Hold on, let me write that down. Pee-wee.
It's a very interesting doc.
Yeah, everybody says it is. Yeah, because of the way it's. Anyway, I won't.
Yes.
I've heard the format of it though. It's like because he's sick, right?
No, that's not why.
Well, that's what he was. All right. So this just came over not too long ago. This was today. So RFK, we're in the news now, just completely fired everybody on the vaccine advisory committee. Just everybody's gone now. He's going to bring in all new people.
I think he's trying. I just think it's like, so somebody hit me up today and they go, why is this happening? Why is all this stuff? Oh, no. Somebody hit me up, a comic. He asked, why is Cash Patel flipping?
Oh.
And is that his name, Cash Patel?
Yeah.
By the way, did you see that his name is really, when you put together Cash App? So it hit me up and I go, yeah, dude. And I did I texted the Bill Hicks joke that they showed him an angle of the JFK assassination that no one's ever seen before.
Yeah.
And I put Bill Hicks and he laughed. And I go, dude, he didn't realize he was in a shark tank and he's a dolphin.
That's it. Yeah. No, that's totally it. Here's the clip if we want to. He went on Rogan and then he was just weird about it.
The narrative has always been that there's video.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the video from the island?
Again, we're going to give you everything we can, and people have to remember, we're not going to re-victimize.
That's where he lost
women.
it.
We're not.
Nobody gives a fuck because they all want the videos out.
Yes. He wins. Not doing it. You want to hate me for it? Fine. Again, logical play out. If there was a video of some guy or gal committing felonies on an island, and I'm in charge, don't you think you'd see it?
Well, you just said you wouldn't show it, though.
Yeah.
And now you're saying it doesn't exist. And we've already had, who was it, Pam Bondi or somebody said
there's 10,000 videos. Like
hours of it.
Dude, this is it, dude. They got something on this guy or his wife's Israeli snatch is just vice grip.
Do you think it's any chance it's because we haven't talked since Elon and Trump fell out? Do you think it's any chance it's what Elon said that his boss, Cash Patel's boss, is in this shit, dude? He's on the videos. Is there any chance of that?
Well, I mean, dude, Whitney Webb's been saying that forever. Whitney Webb's been talking about how Ray Cohen is like the master of that.
Roy Cohn, yeah.
Roy Cohn. And then you get into the Rothschilds bailing him out in I think the 80s.
Yes,
80s or the 90s.
Yeah, boy,
so
that's
it's
wild,
like,
dude.
But the problem is like, and again, we talked about before on Tinfoil Hat, like his response was not a Trump response. which
Yes.
makes me think there's something there.
Yeah, whenever Trump has been attacked in the past, he always matches it or exceeds it with his response. And when the Elon thing, he just kind of
Well, and the response is if they had something, it would have came out. The other side would put it out, unless they're on tape too. Like, how deep does it go? Yeah, I think it goes to every single spot of power. I mean, Karen Bass is controlled up.
Well, the most interesting outcome of this is if it's blackmail material that Mossad doesn't want to burn. Do you know what I mean? Like, blackmail is only useful when it's hidden.
The FBI, the CIA don't want those tapes out.
Yeah, because Mossad is
they
like,
got,
hey,
they
this
got
is our...
and Mossad because they can use it for leverage.
Exactly. And once it's out there, it's over. You know, there's no leverage anymore. You lose all of it. So, it's just so... Listen to him. He gets so weird,
if you
man.
have it.
Right.
And this is a guy who was on the record like, I'm putting it all out day one. It's going out. I don't care.
But you can't say that you have it.
No, we're giving you everything we have.
And is there video from the island?
Not of what you want.
So this narrative might not be accurate.
We
there's
know that's
video
not
of
true.
these guys doing this.
Exactly.
Have you guys reviewed everything
So
that you
strange.
have?
Almost. Like yes, we have, and now we're figuring out how to put it out.
But
why
is there footage?
What's this? O'Keefe put this music on.
If there was footage of anyone doing anything else, we would have opened a case.
There are tons and thousands of videos. Yeah, and it's all with little kids.
If there was a video of some guy or gal,
Yeah, I mean, they just annihilated him. He's not going to last. They're going to throw him out.
It's
That
such
is
a
a
shame,
burnt.
dude.
That's a burnt brand, and he's going to be gone. And Dan Bongino is going to be the same thing. Someone said he looks like fucking RoboCop.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so RFK cleaned the slate. He fired all 17 members of the U.S. Centers for Disease Controls and Prevention's panel. That's the CDC's panel of vaccine experts, and is in the process of replacing them. So maybe a positive sign that RFK's gotten it back on the tracks. I don't know. We'll see. Hold on. No, we played the Tim Dillon. Yeah.
Yeah, we played that.
The Peter Thiel thing? Hold on.
Yeah. No. We haven't played where he said that they've asked him to go.
This is it right here. Yeah. This is what I wanted to play.
This is scorching the earth.
It's also kind of like creepy almost.
Not one reservation about what's going on over there. I'm not saying you have to feel one way or another way, but if you don't have any if you have no reservations about what's happening with all these kids getting killed, I don't know, I can't trust you. If you don't have any reservations about Palantir taking everyone's information, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust you. I think they're buying people left and right. This is my guess. They try to buy me. My pussy costs a lot of money. I get invited to these dinners.
The way he says this is really interesting, by the way. I think he's thinking about whether he should say this, because he's like, they try to buy a lot of people, I think, and then he takes a drink and he's like, reveals this.
I've been invited to Thiel's house multiple times for dinner. I don't go. It's no shade at them.
Of course it is.
Whatever.
But that's okay. I don't hate you for that. I get it.
Yeah.
But it is.
The reason I don't go is I remember one dinner, they're like, we'd like to discuss the media. I go, what? No, thanks. We'd like to discuss dinner. We discuss the media and culture. No, thanks.
Hold on.
Appreciate it.
Imagine ordering food and your food's not even out and they already dropped that on you. And now you have to fucking figure out how you can get your food in a to-go bag and not have this conversation with Peter Thiel just sweating by you.
That's such a specific concern that you have.
They're like, we'd like to talk to you about the media. Wrap it up.
I really wanted that apple pie, but I don't have to bounce.
I'm not making the dessert.
Appreciate it. That's fine. Don't need a... Here's what I'm doing every week. I'm discussing the media. Hey, good news, I have a show.
Yeah, truly.
I have a show. You can listen to it. You can listen to it if you're curious about it. But I've been to some of these places. I've sat in these houses in Austin with these tech people, and I know what they want, and I know what they want me to go out and cheerlead for and say, well, it's actually a great idea, and there's probably a lot of money in it. There's probably a lot of money, and I just can't do it. It's not because I'm some great moral I wouldn't be good at it. I'd be.
So have you never had any come-ons like that? Like from any like tech people or yeah, I know.
Johnny, I told you on Tinfoil Hat.
You're close though. Like we're not crazy far from Tim Dillon with TFH.
No, we're crazy far from
like
Tim
no,
Dillon.
but you could get there. I mean, it's
Here's
a ladder.
The thing about Tim
He's
Dillon.
a few rungs higher, but
I love him. He's the best at it, and he's much better at disseminating information. Why I fucking sledgehammer everything. I have no desire to sugarcoat it, and my whole thing is blunt force trauma comedy. That's what I do.
yeah, they would know that you would never be an effective.
Never.
Yeah,
and
disseminator
I'm
of their
sure
shit.
there's been times they're like, "What about this Tripoli?" They're like, "Oh, he's too wild,"
So
and that's why I
interesting.
got excommunicated from the industry very early because I don't want to play your fucking game. So when I got a deal from Comedy Central, I fucked myself in the ass because I fired the porn star
Nice.
without asking.
You fired what?
So there was this girl named Monique Alexander. She was on the show, and I'm
Black
not
chick?
gonna. What?
Black chick?
No, hot white girl.
A
I think
white
she's
girl
from
named Monique?
Sacramento.
A white Monique.
And let's just
That's
say,
rare.
because I'm not bringing up anybody else's shit, she was not showing up all the time.
I got it. Okay. What show though? I don't understand.
The Naughty Show.
Oh, okay. And can you explain what that was again? Like was it a podcast or a live
The
show or
Naughty
what?
Show. So the Naughty Show was kind of. So what happened was, Greg Giraldo wanted to do a Dirty Sketch show. It didn't go.
God, he was funny.
And then a couple years later, I was doing the Vivid Video Comedy Tour, and they stopped it. I'm like, this is my crowd. I'm gonna start my own show. Call it the Naughty Show. Start going, doing well, and literally, this is where I knew I was done. Comedy Central says, we love the show. We hate Sam. You know why? Because I fired the porn star. I didn't run it by them.
What I don't understand, but you got to explain what was she doing? Like, what was the format of the show? What?
She was a host, and she had
Like a co-host? How many people
it was me
were
and
hosting
her,
it? It's just
and
two people.
We were running crazy ass sketches.
And she did comedy?
Yeah. Well, she was going to, and then we never got to it because
whatever happened to her.
She's got OnlyFans. Like sometimes I see her. She's on Night Panther. where
Not
she'll
doing
just-
comedy though.
No.
Okay.
There were a couple comedians out, porn stars that had comedic timing. Dana DeArmond had it.
Oh, I remember her. She was hot, dude.
But she was the porn star in the Amazing Racist and Roddy Piper video that made it onto TMZ.
I remember that.
So it was huge.
So and what you think that they didn't like that you didn't have a woman to balance it? or
No,
something,
then I
soften it?
fired her and got somebody else without asking them because I didn't know how television.
But I thought they weren't involved. They were involved.
No, it was so what Comedy Central do, and this begins the death rattle of Comedy Central, which was, we're going to give you $5,000 and you're going to run a pitch pilot live show.
Okay.
So Johnny, hand to God, okay? Hand to God. I do this thing where it's the first time, dude, this is how bad the idea was. It was the first time they'd ever sold out this little theater for the pitch pilot. And what they'd done, because Dana
Is it still
was
that little theater up the street where they did
Dana was set designing it. She's going into her cash, set designing it. They invite everybody they want to do shows with to watch. You go, this is how you do it, right?
Okay.
I mean, this is before they all blew up. I'm not going to say the name of the comic.
Is that who you want in your audience though? Like for that show?
They come to the show, dude. Hand to God. My manager goes, blah, 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 hasn't left his house for a week because he doesn't think he can do something funnier than what you did.
Really?
And then I'm not going to say who they are, went on to do a huge fucking show. So I'm not, dude, because I didn't want to get into comic wars. So anyways.
You gotta.
Very weird. My manager.
This was what, 15 years ago, dude?
My manager drops me. And then suddenly I'm doing a show.
What?
And this female comic comes up to me and goes, hey, I have to do can I do a set? because Comedy Central's doing a dirty sketch show, and the client was my manager's client, so he dropped me. So then,
because it was like a conflict. Or
no,
something.
because it was like
he's doing that. Yeah, he can't rep you anymore.
So I get dropped. So then the next one is Nikki Glazer's version, and that gets on television, which is the beginning of this. And I love Nikki Glazer. I don't hate her. I'm detached from it at that point.
Do you think it had to be a woman to do that?
Well,
like for now,
for Comedy Central,
for then,
at that time, it had to be a female. And let's face it,
that would have been so
crowds are cool with women talking dirty because the women find it empowering and the men think it's phone sex.
It's this call her daddy thing, yeah.
And it's very weird. It's very weird because women will get off stage and complain about the energy that they get from guys. And it's like...
But the girl you fired, was she on the pitch pilot?
Yeah.
Oh, and you fired her after.
Because she wasn't showing up.
Got it, okay. And they needed that female presence on.
I needed it because they wanted a sex spot to bring people in.
Got it. Okay. Damn, that's a drag, dude. How'd you deal with that? Were you like pissed for a long time?
No, I mean Johnny, I'm telling you this.
I'd have been mad.
I'm telling you this. I got cut from my 8th grade basketball team, and hand to God, I realized nobody gets me.
Back then?
I'm telling you, bro.
They didn't get your basketball game either?
Nobody gets me.
What was your game back then? What was your basketball game?
I was defense and great passing, dude.
It's white people skills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me too.
And I just didn't make the team. And
I was like face guarding people, you know.
I'm picking you up full fucking court, dude.
Me too. They hated it. Yeah.
So
that's interesting. Huh.
So what was I going into on that?
How did we get into that?
Oh, so basically at the end is that I was built for COVID. When everything went down, we just kept trucking. Because I have been since day one on the outside of this whole thing. And, you know, I was watching Shane Gillis. This is going to be a little insight into my heart. I was watching Shane Gillis roast Ari Shaffir at the Skankfest.
Like just on a pod, or was it a roast?
It was a roast.
Okay.
And he was like, give it up for Ari Shaffir. He's 50, he's edgy, and he's not selling tickets. I'm like, right. And dude, I love Shane Gillis. But it's like, this is all I know. Like, I promise you this. I do not try to write edgy jokes. That's my sense of humor.
Yeah, we know. Yeah.
And if you watch my new special,
killed your YouTube channel, yeah.
Well, dude. I watch, Ali, and he's got, in 4 weeks, he's got 5 million views. I have 2 days, I'm at 7,000 people. But the fucking comments, they get, dude.
They just don't show it, dude. I see it every video. It doesn't get shown to anybody who's not subscribed.
Yes.
I think we should start buying ads. We should try to work that out so that you can buy ads.
I'll buy all the ads, Johnny.
Like on Twitter.
Even though I'm going to get BF'd by taxes, Johnny.
Oh, boy.
Dude, I'm about to get BF'd. F'd in my B.
Sucks.
They're going to light me up.
You're already late, too.
And all I'm saying is I might become homeless. It's just an easier life. Dude, I got a homeless guy that sleeps in a van in front of my car, and we just got a new fucking mailman who's a shredded black guy that wears short shorts and a tank top. Okay? And he's afraid of our dogs, and our dog is a tiny little pug.
What's the mailman got to do with you being homeless?
Because that gay guy is in heaven right now.
Oh.
Because he's got a homoerotic mailman walking by him all the time.
You think he's just looking in that window, beating it?
He's
beating
going to
his
be
meat?
talking, dude. He's going to be slinging shit. And then it's like, don't come a-rocking when this fucking van be a knock. Don't come a-knocking when this van be a rock. What? Oh,
I bet it stinks.
He's a nice guy. I just did not turn my block into a gay block party.
You know why they started really at Vons now? If they give you, they have to ask you if you've already paid for a plastic bag before they'll give it to you. It's because homeless people shit in them, and they just take millions of them to shit in because they're apparently the best ones because they're so thick in California.
I pick up dog shit with it.
Yeah. And
Johnny, here's the whole thing. How come if these LA rioters really want to make a difference, why don't they invade a gay pride parade? Wouldn't that be the ultimate psyop on psyops?
I would love to see that.
You just have a bunch of fucking gay guys just trying to suck up.
I love a Latin boy. Oh my God.
Just trying to fight them back by sucking up.
Could you speak Spanish to me? Oh my God. So, but isn't that, going back to Tim Dillon briefly, isn't that interesting that there's some kind of, I don't know, literati or something in Austin that of like, tech moguls or something that are like bringing people in to, summoning them to kind of like program them or something? That's strange, right? In Austin. You would think Austin, like that's kind of off the beaten
Well, I mean,
path
they
a little.
wanted San Francisco and they fucking drove it into the ground.
Yeah, no, good point. All
Johnny,
right,
I really got to go.
I'm almost done. Just
Okay.
2 more stories and we're done.
Dude, I am sick. I'm
we're-
sorry.
we're- 2 more. and
Johnny,
we're
you
done.
do it. You tell them.
No, 2 more. We're done. Okay. Did you see that? Okay, there's an accusation that a Chinese national couple smuggled in a potential crop-killing fungus, and there's this new word I've never seen before called agro-terrorism is what they're calling it. This is more China fear, CCP fear.
Yeah.
This was from the New York Post.
Well, if you listen to John Cullen, Obama did the exact same thing to China.
What's that?
Brought a
mean?
bioweapon in and destroyed all the chickens.
Oh, yes. Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah. A Chinese national couple was hit with criminal charges Tuesday for allegedly smuggling a dangerous fungus into the United States capable of destroying crops and poisoning humans and livestock. Junyang Liu, 34, was caught by the Border Patrol after attempting to smuggle in Fusarium graminearum, a biological pathogen considered a potential agro-terrorism weapon. Liu initially made false statements about his visit to the U.S. and his knowledge of the pathogen before admitting to law enforcement that he was bringing the fungus to his girlfriend, who works in the University of Michigan lab. Her name is Yu King Jian, according to authorities. So, claim it, and the Chinese government is funding her work there. So, curious.
Yeah.
Curious set.
They're
of
all
circumstances.
spies, dude.
Yeah, apparently the university system is fully infiltrated by Chinese spies.
Chinese, Saudis.
By the way, you should watch that Borman escape. I sent you a video about a new theory about how Martin Bormann might have escaped.
How?
Like specifically by airplane, because there was this order that went out right before Hitler allegedly offed himself.
Yeah, but apparently Venezuela said, or Argentina put out documents that said he survived.
No, it wasn't Hitler though. It was anyway. Yeah, it wasn't Hitler. It was
Whatever,
others.
Johnny.
But yeah. So this document was like on this day, which is right after Hitler beefed it. Apparently, so someone would have had to have known when he was going to die or that he was going to leave at that point.
Okay.
They arranged for high-profile couriers, like VIP couriers, passing a message to have these special planes ready for them with extra fuel reserves and everything. And there was a whole plan to like get them to these planes on the day, like the day that Hitler died, but nobody knew that he was going to die on that day or anything. And so it's this theory.
I'll
now
watch
that
it. Martin Bormann is one of my favorite subjects.
It's very interesting.
I'm going to bed.
And the thought is that maybe Bormann murdered Hitler on that day. That's what, because he couldn't leave until Hitler either beefed it or tried to flee.
Yeah.
Like either Hitler had to leave or die for Bormann to die because Hitler wouldn't let, he was like obliged to him.
Maybe Hitler sucked off Bormann.
Oh, it could be. But
He sold his boy ass.
The Dave Portnoy thing, we did that on TFH.
Yeah, I'm tired. Johnny, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, no, hold on. Last thing.
have
Just
to
play
get
this
off
video
early.
and then we're done. It's just it's like 30 seconds, this thing. I'm sure you saw it already, but it's just showing you how. So I've always said that people in TV news are retarded. They're just the dumbest people. And you had this. Did you see this on ABC7 here? Listen to what this idiot says right here. Just the dumbest thing you'll ever hear. 17 seconds. Here you go.
Large group of people. It could turn very volatile if you move law enforcement in there in the wrong way and turn what is just a bunch of people having fun watching cars burn into a massive confrontation and altercation between officers.
Dude, that is the greatest.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, my God.
What an idiot.
Just a bunch of people having fun watching cars
Just good old folks, dude. They're just good old folks watching cars
the
burn.
wrong way.
That's why nobody watches.
Just a bunch of people.
They don't take them serious.
Having fun
I love you guys. I am so sick, and I have a crazy in fucking 5 days. So I love you guys. I got to go. I love you, Johnny. Thank
What's the
you.
word? Give us a word.
Patrick Ewing.
Nice.